kind of where it is. Now, my expectations have raised a couple of games. I'm not at 500. I'm slightly above 500 now. But the way you're watching this, the way they're playing the game, they're bringing back small ball. They're bringing back bunting, which all the nerds, all the analytics hate bunting, but it absolutely has a part in this game, and you've seen it over these 15 games, how bringing back small ball it has gotten them these 8 wins. If not, they could have gotten a few more.
Well, I think so many teams have gotten away from the small ball that they don't know how to defend it. And we saw that with the Yankees this weekend. Taylor Walls laid down a couple bunts and got base hits. Chandler Simpson working on his bunt game. He's going to be dangerous with that. He's now batting .411, by the way. He was 3 for 4. It was just an overall fantastic series, and it couldn't have gone any better. The only thing I would change, like I said, is the bullpen because they make me nervous every time they go out there. But again, I'm trying not to overreact to one series, and that's why I don't want to change my expectations. So I'm kind of just like, all right, they kind of are what they are. I thought they would be, again, a 500 team. I just thought they would be there differently, right? Like I thought there would be a lot more 1-0, 2-1 type of games. And here we are in 5-4, 5-3s, 8-7s, these high-scoring games, and they're showing us they can win all different ways. But I love the fact that when this team gets down, they can come right back at you. Like I said, when they opened up the series on Friday night, going down 2-0, and they were two really bad runs, right? Like you had the error on Taylor Walls, which as a Taylor Walls guy, that bothered me. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Now, luckily, he bounced back and had an incredible series at the plate. But then Chandler Simpson misses, he just made a weird play, and they didn't even rule that an error, although they should have. They go down 2-0 early, and then all of a sudden, right there in the first inning, they're back. It's 2-0 again. So they never go away.
Yeah, the defense and the bullpen are really the concerns for this team. And the fact that Kevin Cash, you saw the video over the weekend, him just hitting fungos to his guys, they got to get back to that.
Yeah, I think the defense will bounce back, and I think the errors they will cut those down. Like they didn't have any errors in the final game there against the Yankees. That was the game with Drew was a great game, and he obviously didn't give the defense much time to have errors. He had 7 strikeouts, but the errors I think will get better because they're the Rays, and they usually button those things up. I think the hitting can continue. I love the lineup that they went with this weekend, and I hope that's something that they stick with. What I don't want to see today from Kevin Cash is don't overthink it. Don't get cute. Just send out the same lineup. Simpson, Caramonero, Aranda, and Diaz. I love that they finally got Fraley out of the 3-hole, and he was better batting outside of the 3-hole after Yandy Diaz. Mullins, who has struggled at the plate, he's hit a couple deep balls that are so close, just hasn't gone over the wall, but he's making contact. But this was definitely a good series, and I think again, whenever you can send the Yankees home, the Yankee fans home sad, it's always a win. And the crowds at the ballpark have been great against Chicago and New York. The real test is going to be against Cincinnati next Monday night. Are we still going to be able to get the 20,000 plus? And I hope we can, and I hope it's filled with Rays fans. But I was really happy with what I saw this weekend, and I think it's hard to be upset with this team right now. But hopefully, we talked to Ryan Bass earlier, and he talked about the plane ride, was very happy up to Chicago. That concerns me a little bit. Don't be too happy. It's one series win, and that's not me trying to be negative. Like, I think there's so many positives about this team. I hope that they're focused, and they don't just think they're going to walk into Chicago for the next 3 games and have a 3-game sweep, because Chicago's had their numbers. Chicago's been one of the worst teams in baseball, but somehow seems to always perform well against the Tampa Bay Rays. So Shane McClanahan on the mound tonight. Cannot wait for that. This is his first game where I think, all the attention's not on him, where his first start of the season was his first return, right? Like he hadn't pitched since 2023, and there's all the drama that comes with that. And then his second start was the first game back at Tropicana Field since 2024. This is his first game where I think he can just go out, be comfortable, be Shane McClanahan, and I'd like to see him dominate this lineup tonight. And I hope for 5 solid innings. I think he can get there, hopefully keep the pitch count down. I think 75 is probably his limit, but I'd like to see the command still working in the 7th inning. The 5th inning. And that's what I'm looking for tonight when Shane McClanahan takes the bump over on the south side. We'll wrap up the show coming up next. We'll go over everything that we covered today. If you missed the 3 names I gave you earlier on draft night the Buccaneers could call out, we'll go through those.